I guess
What is
for
that?
we'll start with
Yeah.
like your username. How did Hezru come about?
Oh, okay. So my username came from originally it was from Dungeons and Dragons. So if there's any Dungeons and Dragons fans, Hezro, if you throw an O after the R between the R and the U and Google that, it's a
Mm.
monster in D&D. Um, so I started using that. I had an old screen name that I used before, but I changed to that, and then I realized that was too common because there's a lot of D&D fans out there, so people would use
Mm.
that in different settings.
Mhm.
So it wasn't unique enough. So I was like, I know, I'll just take a letter out. Now it's unique.
I think I think when we did your podcast, you might have mentioned it. That's why it's very familiar.
Oh
That
yeah.
or actually, there's quite a few people who have similar stories to you, where they took characters from
Mm,
like specific games and like use
yeah.
that.
I feel like that's a
Mm.
common thing because you start off with just like you're like, oh, I love this character or this thing,
Mm.
but then you realize you're not the only person that likes it.
True. I'm kind of going on the fly because I'm not super prepared.
That's
Um,
true. That's fine.
what is your favorite cuisine?
Favorite cuisine? It's probably Japanese, I think.
Is that
I
why
mean,
your
I like
family has sushi a lot?
yeah, yeah, probably. Like I like Taiwanese food because I'm Taiwanese. Like
Mm.
that's got a more home feeling to it.
I really
Do
like
you also?
Taiwanese food.
Yeah.
Mm. But I think for me it would be like Korean or Japanese as well.
Mm.
I think the things are very flavorful. That's why.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
My favorite Taiwanese dishes are the popcorn chicken, which I feel like is a very basic answer. Um,
I mean, it's good. So.
and there's like this roll with like meat inside and like
Roll
sauce.
with me.
It's usually wrapped in like foil.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Is this
Mm.
sort of like is it sort of wrapped in like a pancake kind of thing? So
Yeah.
there's meat and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what that's called,
I don't know what it's
but
called too.
I know what you're talking about.
Mm. Oh, I guess tell people how we connected.
Oh yeah,
Was
sure.
it was it through Lin Me or was it another avenue?
Well, the first time I saw you was through Lumi, but
Ah,
I don't think you were aware of me at the time because
I remember the story.
I was literally just I think I was walking by or just sitting next to her. She was watching your stream, and then I just see you, and this was when Lumi started streaming more, and so she was more on Twitch and stuff, and I wasn't really on Twitch at the time. So I see you, and I'm just like, oh, who's that? Because she seemed really engaged in your stream.
Mm.
And she's like, "Oh, it's Pixel." And she started telling me about you, and then she said something to the effect of like, "I think you would enjoy talking to her, or like you have similar interests, or something like that." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And I can't remember if I actually jumped in your chat soon after. That I know towards the end of last year, I started hanging out on Twitch more, and I was hanging out in your streams. So
Mm. I remember. Mm. I think you came in. Yeah, I remember the story. You came in once when we were listening to like C-pop songs.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then you like hung out for like kind of the whole stream, and then we didn't see you for like a few months, and then you
okay,
popped back in, and then we saw you a little bit more regularly.
okay, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember now the C-pop stuff because I was like, yeah, you were playing C-pop music, and I was like, whoa,
Okay.
she has good taste in music.
Mm. It is kind of a bit of a collab sketch. Kevin says, "Yeah, I was like, who this guy?" Oh, because Kevin is Cantonese, but he knows a lot of like C-pop songs in general. Hezru so low?
Oh,
Is he? Oh, I can raise him. 1 second.
I don't know why he thought. I don't know why I thought that meant like physically low. I was like, should I get higher?
Posture check.
Yeah.
He's at 118, and then you're peaking a little bit, so it should be good.
Oh.
Is it that issue with my stream again, 10? Because I know you raise him up. Hi, Morty. I guess is there anything else that you might want to tell people? Only because I feel like you're pretty regular in my stream, but also like other community members. So I feel like everybody kind of knows you already.
Well, I don't know if that's true.
No.
uh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I stream as well for people that don't know, but I don't know. I hang out on Twitch. From time to time, I jump on different people's streams.
Mm.
People don't know I'm Lumi's brother.
Yes, this is Lunry's brother, guys. Every Chinese kid knows Shanghai Beach. Maybe I don't know the title, but maybe I know the tune. I will always just remember seeing you in Lunmi's chat that one time and asking if you knew about all the loot stuff she was into. She got so mad at me for that, but it was worth it. Well, he knows now. Shoko hyped up Hezru hell a lot, so that too. Oh yeah, Jean tends to hype you up too.
Oh, that I don't know why. I don't think I really knew Jean much at the time. I think she just heard about me through Lunmi.
I remember that. Kevin
Yeah.
says, "Do you like MMA?" I don't think you've ever
Um,
talked about it.
I don't. I'm not a avid fan of it, but I'll occasionally go down YouTube rabbit holes of MMA clips.
Mm.
If that answers his question.
I know you like basketball a lot.
I do. Yes.
Oh, and I saw a pre-order thing for NBA 2K22 or something.
22.
And I
Yeah.
thought of you, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if Hezru would play this."
The thing is, if you look at my Steam library, I kind of alternate years on buying 2K NBA 2K games.
Mm,
Just because it feels a little silly to me to like keep buying it every year when it's sometimes they barely make any changes, so it's like almost the same game.
yeah.
And it's an expensive game. They
Is
don't
it?
really decrease the price.
Is it full price?
It's full price when it comes out. It's like $60 or whatever. I don't think they drop the price of it until you're like halfway into the season or whatever,
Mm,
because they're trying to get people to pay that full price at the beginning with all the hype of the actual basketball season.
mm, mm,
Because like fans like me, I kind of like to play along. Like I'll watch a basketball game and I'm like, now I want to play. I'll play. I want to play both in real life and in video games.
mm. Uh, I
Yeah.
feel like Ben knows the answer, but he wants to know what the poster is on the back. And Kevin says it's at MJ.
Oh, the poster in the back. Oh yeah, it's kind of blurry, but or there's a reflection, but it's a poster of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman. And I've had that since I was a kid. I think.
Mm. That's right. Jen says, I actually thought Hezru was Lunvi's brother the other day when Ben rated him, and I was right. Is it because Hezru and Lunvi look alike? I've been lurking while playing Overwatch. Thank you for lurking. Rodman? Ah. Oh yeah, Kevin's a big basketball fan too.
Yeah, I think I remember. I remember Kevin talking about basketball before in your stream.
Yeah.
Also.
Okay, I guess last question before we jump into the am I the asshole stuff. Just a general question because I like to know. But when you check out a stream or streamer, what makes you kind of stay and become involved in that community?
Oh wow, that's a good question. I don't
Yeah.
even know if I know the answer to that question. Uh,
One
I feel
question.
like I'm a very. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something?
Oh no, I was just agreeing to Kevin because he has one more question for you. But after.
Okay. I feel like I'm a very vibe type of person, which I feel like I think I've said that somewhere before. Um, so I kind of just feel like if I'm vibing, is that a boomer thing to say now? If I'm vibing with the streamer, uh, and yeah, I don't know. I think I kind of like more calm, chill streams too. If that makes any sense.
Mm. Mm. I think I'm very similar to you. Hella
Mm.
vibes is what Kevin said. Um, You might want to read what Kevin wrote before that, because I don't know how to say that name.
Can Hezru say Giannis' full name without messing up? Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Damn! Is that right? I don't know. Hella vibes. Mm,
He's the Greek freak. Anyways,
mm.
basketball stuff.
Rodman is the DOA. What does DOA stand for? Beach volleyball game? That's right.
Dead or alive? Is that what they're referring to?
I don't
Really?
know.
He's in that game.
Maybe. Morty wants to 1v1 you. Mm.
In what? In just life or
Mm.
but yeah, I'll 1v1 anything for shits and giggles, I'd say, for fun, yeah.
Hmm. Okay, I'll go into the first one. I don't know how many we'll do. I have 3 queued up, but have
Okay.
you ever read Am I the Asshole stuff or like relationship advice
No,
stuff?
no.
Oh,
Is this is Reddit or
yeah, it's Reddit. So people
okay?
talk about their problems, and then everybody else kind of chimes in. This one is a
Okay.
relationship one actually, but the
Okay.
title is I, 33 female, am obsessing over wanting to have kids, while my partner, 32 male, wants to wait years and his family is suffocating me.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Ever since my BFF got pregnant 1.5 years ago, I've increasingly been wanting to have a baby as well. 2 other babies have
Okay.
also been born close to me recently, and 2 more on the way. With each new pregnancy, I cry for a day. Oh, also panicking that
Oh.
I'm almost 34 and I have to find a new partner. I might never have kids. The situation is complicated as always. My significant other
Mm.
and I are from different countries, currently living in a country that neither of us are from and buying an apartment here. I left my country 6 years ago, but never really loved living where he is from. He definitely does not want to move to my country, mostly because he doesn't speak the language. I was happy, when we decided to buy a place here, and it felt a bit like we were finally settling down. But his mother, sister, and boyfriend came here with us. Came here with us. I thought it would be
Okay.
temporary, but his mother now bought an apartment in the same building as us, and it sounds like his sister is staying too. Added conflict there is that I hate her boyfriend. Don't want to go into detail, but I just can't bring myself to like him and wish at least he wasn't also here to stay.
The,
Uh
the the sister's boyfriend. The
yeah, the sister's
yeah, I got.
boyfriend. So the
Okay.
mother and sister and the sister's boyfriend
There's
are
a lot
staying
going on
there
right
too.
now.
Yeah, let me know if you want me to slow down.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Keep going.
I'm feeling suffocated by them being so close again. His mom is generally okay and we get along, but very needy, always wanting everything and a bit of a drama queen. I'm upset she bought
Okay.
the same place we have, financially stretching herself to the maximum. I had something nice and now she has it too, and we'll be living 8 doors down. I like the sister a lot, but can't be close to her because I just can't handle her boyfriend. Also, they're all into all the COVID vaccine conspiracies, and I'm so tired of it. I can feel myself turning
Wow.
very hostile towards them and have avoided seeing them the past 2 days since getting back. I
Mm.
feel like I'm going to skip some of it. It's really long.
Okay.
uh, okay, I talked to my boyfriend about a week ago when I was still gone and brought up wanting a baby. And he wants
Mm.
to get some manly advice on it if he does not want one yet. He'd be okay waiting 8 years. We have our issues, mainly because I'm becoming increasingly impatient and feeling unloved because in over 8 years he hasn't wanted to commit to me. He doesn't
Mm.
because I'm low libido and he's scared of committing to me and being stuck with me, and that I might also want to move to my home country one day and take a potential child with me. He's a great guy, very smart, and I love him, but I'm starting to feel like I'm wasting time sticking around hoping for things to get better. I don't even know what I'm asking here. I guess whether the situation seems solvable from the outside because my head has been spinning and I'm constantly feeling anxious thinking about it all. So
Yeah.
TLDR, she has terrible baby fever, but her boyfriend of 8 years doesn't,
Yeah.
and there's added conflict because they're too close, and she's feeling suffocated, and she's unhappy
Okay.
by all this.
That that is a lot to take in.
Yeah, take your time while I reach out.
Yeah,
um,
sure.
oh wait, is that
Uh,
from
wow.
Yeah, it sounds
That
like the families follow him around, which is kind of weird.
right. There's so many layers in what this person wrote.
I know. It's actually really long. I didn't read the whole thing before because I wanted a lot of it to kind of be a surprise, so
Yeah.
then we can discuss it.
it kind of started off with the baby fever,
Mhm.
right? And just that there seems that alone there seems to be conflict there. The
Baby
guy
won't fix all the
doesn't
problems. That's a good point,
seem to
Ben.
know.
Having a baby won't fix all those problems. A lot of people do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Um,
This.
so there's that, and then she kind of started bringing in all these other problems with sounds like his family. Uh, so that certainly complicates things.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know if you've ever heard like older generations talk about saying that marriage is between two families and not two people.
I've heard
You
that
ever
saying
hear
before,
that?
actually.
Yeah, I feel like I tend to hear that from older people.
Mm.
Um, I don't know if I necessarily like. I understand where that's coming from, but I don't know if I necessarily
Like, I don't feel like they would ever
completely.
really hang out with each other because I feel like, when you have Christmas gatherings, for example, you go to one side, then
Yeah,
you go to the other side.
I think it depends, right? People value their because it's an interesting thing where you're transitioning from your what's it called? Is it like your nucleus family or whatever? Like you're
Mm.
transitioning from being a child in that family
And,
to your own
you know,
family, right? Uh, and that I think is sometimes a difficult transition, or it's a different transition for different people.
mm.
Uh, yeah, I okay. I think my direct answer to well, she didn't really ask a question, did she? She was just
Yeah, she
like,
didn't. She's just kind of like, this is
yeah,
what it is.
yeah. It doesn't sound like a good situation. I put it that way.
Mm. Yeah. I
um,
mean, she's unhappy in the relationship. Why would you want to have a kid with someone you're unhappy with?
yeah, right. Like things already sound really complicated
Mm-hmm.
for her right now, and I'm like, I'm just thinking you throw a baby into that mix, and it's just like gonna be times 10 more complicated.
Mm. Mm.
um, yeah, which sucks. I mean, sometimes you just things don't work out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she's stuck on the fact that they've been together 8 years.
Hmm.
So for her, it probably feels like she spent 8 years of her life with this person. But
Hmm.
I mean, if you're unhappy, like, I'd rather not drag it on
Yeah.
and then like start a life with someone when you could have something so much better.
Yeah, like I'd be curious to know, like, has she even talked to her boyfriend about any of this, right?
Mm.
It sounds like she tried to, right? She says something about they'd
Um.
had conversation or something.
Oh yeah, I talked to my
Like,
boyfriend about a week ago when I was gone,
yeah,
still gone, and brought up wanting a baby, and
yeah.
he wants to get advice on whether he wants. It sounds like he doesn't know what he wants, and he'd be okay waiting 8 years, like 8 more years.
Wait, what?
He's okay with waiting eight
uh,
more years, apparently. So he'll be
but
like
she's
40.
yeah, he'll be 40, she'll be 41, right? She said she was 33.
I don't. I feel like having your first kid would be very difficult at 41.
Yeah, I don't know if he's aware of that.
Probably not.
The biology of having a child.
Welcome back, Nico.
Um, yeah, it sounds like he's not. They're not clicking on something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not on. They're definitely not on the same page. So
Mm-hmm.
I really think you got to be on the same page before you have a kid. That that is the minimum. At minimum, you gotta like both agree. Like, yeah, we want this child, right? Like, I feel like that's
Yeah.
the minimum there.
Hmm. Jen says, and if it's a deal breaker, then they go their separate ways. Yeah, like that.
Mm,
That's one of my deal breakers. So I asked Perilous very early on. I was like, if I'm going to spend any more time in this relationship, I need to know now. So I was like,
yeah,
okay, you answered correctly. We will continue this relationship. 21
it's
is
yeah.
like last. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's interesting too because the whole thing of kids being a deal breaker,
Mm-hmm.
I think is for younger people, sometimes that's frightening to think about. Just because their mindset, they haven't thought about that yet. And they're just like, whoa, kids, what? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
But I think like as you kind of get a little older, you kind of think you're thinking about these things, right? And you're like, well, I don't want to spend like 3 years in a relationship to find out like we're just on completely different pages. I'm having kids.
Mm, yeah, that's true. 41 is like last call before the egg factory closes. For what an analogy.
The egg
Not
factory.
Ed. Ed and Rose. What are you thinking about? Let me see. Okay, I'll read the top comment.
Okay.
You've been together 8 years. You're both in your 30s. If he's not willing to commit to you by now, never mind the baby. He's not likely going to. Add to that, when asked what about him you love, you talked about the lifestyle, not about him. I think you know it's time to move on. You're just a bit scared to do it. Yeah. If you really want a baby, this isn't the man. You still have several more baby bearing years, but don't waste more time.
Yeah,
Very well. Well said.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
The kids thing is a big thing. It's one of those things you need to be aligned on before getting hitched or going in for the long haul. Doesn't sound like you're aligned.
Yeah.
Oh, the poster replied to this one, actually. He generally isn't opposed to kids. He briefly even said we could have a baby a couple months back before he found out one of his best friends and business partners is expecting. But then when I brought it up again, he said he'd be okay waiting another 8 years, which is not an option for me. 1 year would be my max at this point. Oh, sounds like she has an ultimatum.
Yeah, and what is with this waiting another 8 years? Like
I don't know. That's a long
that
time.
sounds like wild to me. Like, what is he talking about? 8 years? That just sounds like he doesn't want to have a kid.
He's telling you he doesn't actually want kids without coming out and saying he doesn't want kids. Rethink your relationship. If you want kids that badly, you need to find a partner who wants them as well, because this guy does not. And then somebody replied to that. This right here, waiting another 8 years when you're already in your early 30s could make it difficult, if not impossible, to conceive, and he likely knows that. Oh, that's true. What if he said that on purpose?
That's kind of a crappy thing to say then. Yeah. And you bring up an interesting point when you said sounds like she kind of has an ultimatum. It
Mm.
makes me think of I mean, I know it's a TV show, but it makes me think of The Office when there's like a line in there where they're like, I don't know many good relationships that start with an ultimatum or something like that, or
Oh.
something to that degree. There's some depth to The Office for people
I have to watch The Office. I keep
who
saying that,
bash
but
on
I
The
haven't
Office.
started.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Pam said that, I think. Oh, Pam
Mm.
and John Krasinski's character? I forgot his name in the show. But I know he
Jim.
plays... Yeah, Jim. He plays him.
Mm.
No,
Yeah.
Perilous started and finished The Office, but I didn't yet. He
Oh,
watched it
Perilous
when...
finished?
Yeah, he finished and marathoned it.
Nice.
No, it's just Perilous. I know. I will. I will, Ben. I'm sorry. mm. Okay, this one's long, too.
People have a lot to vent, I guess.
No. Okay, I'm wondering which one. Okay, I'll let you choose.
Yeah. Okay.
2 titles.
All right.
Am I the asshole for not inviting a child-free friend to my baby shower because she always talks about her lifestyle? I guess her lifestyle about being single. And the second one, am I the asshole? Sister-in-law blaming me for miscarriage.
Whoa. Kind of curious about what. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about the miscarriage one. Like,
Miscarriage?
what is she blaming her?
Gotcha. Actually, that one's shorter, so.
Okay.
Oh, don't tell me that. No, I won't. What fish with us? Wait, weren't you guys there when he finished it? I think he might have streamed it on Discord. It's okay, Bix, I haven't seen The Office either. The miscarriage one. Well, we're gonna get into it. Okay.
Yeah.
Recently, I suffered back-to-back miscarriages. Oh wow, within a very short amount of time. The second time I got pregnant, my sister-in-law and I both got a positive pregnancy test within a few days of each other. We were both extremely excited and planned a joint pregnancy announcement to tell my mother-in-law at the same time. The announcement was a box with 2 little pairs of baby shoes. A few days before the planned announcement, I received news from my doctor that I was losing the baby and going to have another miscarriage. I confided in my sister-in-law about how utterly devastated and upset I was and that I wouldn't be able to do the announcement with her.
Hmm.
Instead of waiting until the planned time of an announcement, she showed up at my mother in law's house the next day while my husband and I were over and did the announcement alone, with the same box and just with one pair of shoes. When she did the announcement, I put on a happy face but had to go cry silently in the bathroom right after. Watching her do the planned joint announcement alone while I was bleeding from losing my baby felt like a punch in the gut. A few days later, she texted me asking if I was upset with her. I answered honestly and said that I would have appreciated a heads up that I needed some space while I healed and asked her to be a bit more considerate of my situation. She said this message I think there's a typo. She said this message caused her so much stress that she had an anxiety attack and fainted. When she got to the hospital, they discovered issues with her baby. It was measuring small and her pregnancy hormones were way down, and that she would likely have a miscarriage. She is now blaming me, saying that I caused her to faint and to potentially lose the baby, and she no longer wants a personal relationship with me. Am I the asshole?
Wait. Sorry. I she where why did she faint? What?
So, I mean, she didn't say why she fainted, but the other girl is saying that because the poster texted her honestly and said that she.
Right.
Hold on, I'll reread it. That she would have appreciated a heads up and needs some space while she heals, and
Okay.
asked her to be considerate. So I'm
Right.
guessing the other girl is saying that she got so stressed on the situation and had an anxiety attack and fainted.
She got stressed by her sister-in-law telling her to be more considerate of her situation. That that
And
caused her
and
anxiety
yeah,
attack.
and to give her space and to like, I guess like
What?
she was thinking that she was like mad at her and all that stuff, and then it stressed her out.
I mean, okay.
Nope.
The
Hey,
sister the sister-in-law sounds
sounds crazy.
Yeah, she sounds crazy to me. I mean, given we don't know exactly what texts or messages were sent, so there's that. But
Mm,
if we take the original poster's word for it, I'm assuming she was just kind of confronting a little, but also just being like, "Hey, this, I went through this shit, and now you did that," and then like how that made her feel, right?
mm-hmm.
I don't know why that would cause you anxiety. Uh,
Well,
maybe.
well, she could be lying. We don't know if she actually had an anxiety attack or if she actually
Yeah,
even fainted. Mm.
I don't know. Like, unless someone shoved you to the ground or something, I don't know if you can really blame someone for for a miscarriage. I'll say, okay, first of all, I want to say this. You shouldn't blame anybody for a miscarriage that just happens, including yourself. Any women who go through it. I've heard of women who blame themselves for miscarriages, um, and that can be a dark path. So hopefully nobody has to experience any of that. But yeah, I don't. She shouldn't be blaming. Yeah, that's nuts. She shouldn't be blaming her for that.
Is that better, Evil Spark? Apparently, you're still a little quiet, so I raised you again, your volume.
Oh, sorry if I'm.
Um,
I can try to. I don't know.
no, I think it might be me.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody in chat's basically saying that she's not the asshole. Sorry. um, and Ben made up a good point. It sounds like sister-in-law is just trying to find someone to blame. Yeah.
Yeah, can see that. A lot of emotions are probably running high
Mm,
when you're at risk for a miscarriage or you have a miscarriage.
yeah. And she suffered
Not to say,
too.
yeah, not to say that's an excuse to be an asshole to someone. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
that's a lot to deal with.
Mm.
But yeah, going through two. I don't know if this is true. I don't really know baby science, but I heard that if you've had one or two, you're like means you're just more likely to have miscarriages overall. I don't know.
Mm. I don't know actually. I haven't actually don't know anybody that's had. Actually, let me raise your volume here. Could be that.
Okay.
What about now, Spork? Evil Spork.
How's my volume now?
Is it better? Alright, let's read the top. Not the asshole. You did not cause her miscarriage. I'm not going to tell you to be the bigger person here because she was so cruel to you, but just try to keep in mind that grief does many things to a person. Don't let her blame get to you, and please don't believe her words. She was probably trying to rationalize it all and connect her miscarriage to this, but she will hopefully realize in time that you had nothing to do with it. It is absolutely devastating to go through this. It does get better eventually. Please focus on your healing and take care of yourself. Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind, OP, so original poster, that even if she does see the error of her ways, what she did wasn't okay. You do not have to forgive her right away. Hey, thank you for gifting to Kevin. Ben? I'll wait till the song's done.
Okay.
Kevin says, all I hear is blame and no reasoning.
Yeah.
Spork says, like, I have anxiety. I freak out over a lot. I don't blame others. I wish they would communicate better. Yeah. 1 year badge. Where did I leave off?
Yeah, that's wild.
I forgot where I was. Okay, you do not have to forgive her right away or at all. Grief does a lot to people and can make people irrational. The issue with emotions is that while it's okay to be emotional, you will have to still deal with the consequences of what you do and say and how you act on said emotions.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope that if the sister-in-law was saying, like, blaming her in that way, that she, on, from an emotional standpoint, I would hope that she realizes at some point that that was an irrational thing to do, and she comes back around and says, "Hey, I shouldn't have said those things to you." I hope.
If someone did that to you and blamed you for something really major, do you think you would forgive them?
Wow. I think it kind of depends on what they do with that blame, right? Like, if it's just sort of heat of the moment, they say some words to me, I'll probably be pissed as my initial reaction. Um, but if they come back later, apologize and all that, and you know, bury the hatchet, I think I'm okay with that. But then there's people who take blame, like they take action on that blame. Like, I blame you for this, and then I'm gonna do this to you, or something like that. Like, they do an action to you. That's a little more inexcusable to me, because now you took your emotion beyond just venting some words at me. You went and did something hurtful to me. To me, that's a lot harder to forgive if they behave that way.
It's very spiteful if they do that.
Yeah.
Alan wants me to tell you that you're so uwu.
Thanks, Alan.
Spork says, miscarriages happened. The only person I know who had one after another. She couldn't get past the second trimester. I finally got to know them. She's chain smoking and drinking all the time. It's like, no wonder you're stressing your body out. And then there's emotional and mental stress. Also, she was smoking while she was pregnant? Because I know you're not supposed to. Well, I know there's some people who do that, but especially the drinking part. You're not supposed to drink while you're pregnant.
Yeah.
That's I forgot what it's called, but they can develop something syndrome. I forgot what it is, but I learned this in science class.
I actually had a friend who was, his wife was pregnant, and they hadn't told anyone yet, but we were at a wedding, and she was avoiding drinking alcohol.
Oh, that's an obvious giveaway.
And then somebody noticed, yeah. And so
Mm.
the avoidance of alcohol gave away that she was pregnant.
Is she someone that usually drinks?
Just casually, like at
Yeah.
special occasions.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. By the time I got to hang on, that's what it is. Thank you, Morty. Fetal alcohol. Oh, when I studied it, it was just fetal alcohol disorder. I think it was syndrome though, not disorder. Could be wrong. If Pixels Yeah, like every wedding that I go to or every gathering, I have like I don't like sometimes I won't drink a lot depending if I'm driving or not, but even if I'm
Yeah.
driving, I will usually like drink in the beginning and then stop. Uh
Okay.
but I'll always have some kind of drink, so the day I don't drink, it'll be very obvious.
Yeah. When Perilous starts taking that
Yeah, he's
drink
like,
out
"Oh,
of
I
your
got
hands,
it."
yeah.
Pretty much. Okay, guess we have time for the last one.
Okay, sure.
Oh, this one's a little long though.
Oh,
but but there is an update though. So,
okay.
am I the asshole for not inviting a child-free friend to my baby shower because she always talks about her lifestyle?
Hmm.
This is really dividing up my friend group, so I need all the help I can get. I, 24 female, am 6 months pregnant. My friend decided to throw a baby shower and she asked me to get her a guest list. I invited most of my friends except Anna, who is child free, 25. Anna and I have known
Okay.
each other since college. She has always known she doesn't want kids, and I don't have any problem with that. Everyone needs and wants are different, and I respect that. Very true. But Anna
Mhm.
tends to bash having kids a lot. She doesn't talk about it always, but it tends to be something she likes to discuss. Not going to lie, I did not find it to be hurtful or wrong before I got pregnant, but even after all of my friends knew about my child, Anna continued to bash having children. She didn't
Hmm.
outright say it. It was very subtle, like sending articles about how having children contributes to pollution, etc., or saying things like, "It's a bad world. Why would anyone want to subject an innocent child to this?"
Oh my. Okay.
During the first months, I thought she was just concerned, or maybe it was hard to break her habit, but she continued on. Despite me telling her it's a bit hurtful, she always apologized though and seemed genuine. Last week,
Okay.
last week we were out having lunch and she said something along the lines of, "People get so boring after being pregnant." No offense though, because I was talking about something baby related. I barely do that because I know how some people can just go on and on about things like this. But I was talking about it that day because one of my friends there with us asked me a question related to it because she and her husband were thinking about having kids themselves.
Hmm.
I laughed it off, but it hurt me a lot. So when it came to the baby shower, I decided to not invite her. I was feeling a
Hmm.
bit petty, I guess, which is one of the reasons why I may be the asshole, but I also didn't want her saying hurtful things. I know a very sensitive person, and that can be annoying when I can't change what I get hurt about. The baby
Yeah.
shower was beautiful, but afterwards I got a call from Anna, and she was calm but angry, if that makes sense. She said she saw all the Instagram photos, not from my account, called me selfish, accused me of trying to cut her off from the group of being child free, and things like that. I just replied about her finding baby things boring, and she hung up. A lot of other friends texted me saying I shouldn't take everything so seriously. I should not have made Anna upset, especially since we have been friends for years. So, I have to know if I should work on my behavior and apologize, if I was in the wrong. Am I the asshole?
I don't. I don't think she's the asshole, but I think maybe I don't know how close she is with this Anna, but I feel
True.
like maybe she could have communicated a little better instead of just not inviting her. Like she could have been like, "Hey, we're having a baby shower, and I know you're not into babies, or for the sake of our friend, maybe tone down the anti-baby rhetoric a little bit, that kind of thing." Uh, it is kind of because I can see from her perspective, like you straight up didn't say anything to me, and then you had a party, and now I'm
Mm,
seeing the images, right?
yeah. Or
But
like
then I
if
also,
sorry.
yeah, I was, no, you go ahead.
Or like she could have told people like not to post, but then I feel like that's a bit controlling, so that wouldn't have
Yeah, and
gone down
that
very
that
well.
feels like you're trying to keep a fire under wraps or whatever. What's the
Yeah.
phrase? I can't think of the phrase. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like she could have maybe handled it a little better, but Anna, whatever, can also. I mean, she needs to. There were a couple things you said in that story that made me laugh because the whole I it kind of bugs me when people will say no offense and then they proceed to offend someone.
Like obviously you mean offense if you're gonna say no offense at the end of
Yeah,
it.
they're like no offense, but you suck. Like, like what?
It's like, so you're telling me I suck.
Yeah, and then the whole like the super passive aggressive of like I'm gonna send you articles of why having kids are like horrible and all that stuff is also really weird.
Yeah, like especially if you know a lot of your friends have kids or want to have kids. Like why would you send that?
Yeah, it's just yeah. So I don't like Anna for that all that behavior.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
is it a little petty what the person did, not inviting her? No, maybe a little bit, but I feel like she did it in the interest of her friends who's
Yeah.
having a baby shower, right? So I feel like it came from a good place. Just maybe it could have been communicated better.
Mm. And it
That's
also
my take.
doesn't sound like a really good friend, in my opinion.
She doesn't.
No.
And I feel like if you could try to communicate with her
Mm-hmm.
and she's not a good friend, that communication probably would backfire, right? And then I feel like that would be telling of this friendship and why you probably don't want to be friends with her.
Mm. That is true.
That's my take.
Well, maybe it was renamed because when I learned about it, I was in high school. So, Spork, you really considered having a hysterectomy? I thought it was called vasectomy. Isn't vasectomy where you like
I thought, yeah.
burn that what do you call it? The
Vasectomy is the snips.
yeah,
of the,
this. What's a hysterectomy?
isn't
Then
that for women?
oh, is it? I actually
I
oh
I thought hysterectomy was removal of something uterus or something for women.
oh, there's a lot for me to read. Hold on. Baby shower. Oh, Ben says baby shower is there to celebrate the baby. If she doesn't like him, why would she want to go?
True.
Oh, and I waved at Lindy earlier because she came back. Feels like all these stories are just lack of communication, which is very true. Communication 2021. Oh, okay. Actually, Evil's work. I never asked if you were male or female. So I assumed. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I believe her decision was made based on her observations, but I do think she would have asked. Communication is no offense, Ben. You are tall AF. I decided you have to do it. If she asked her to not be condescending about baby making and raising, and the friend is still pushing it, the friend is the asshole. That's true. She did say that she talked to the friend. And she still
she did.
Yeah, she mentioned earlier that she has brought it up before.
Then I don't know. It's fine then. Don't invite her to baby showers.
Yeah, and also the fact that she made a big deal about not being invited to one thing.
Yeah, but that's like if I complained that I hated sushi and then I saw everyone went to a sushi restaurant without me and then being like, why'd you go to a sushi restaurant without me?
Yeah, and like you yourself don't want kids pork, but you respect their choice and support them. And that's the right thing to do. That is for the guys. Oh, it's actually for the notion. Well, I don't know. No, for females you burn it, right? Or no, for females you either get the tube tied or you can like.
What's the burning?
I think it's burning. I don't know. My aunt told me about this because like she had it done or something. And
I've never heard of burning,
I
so that's.
I could be remembering it wrong because it was like years ago and I was like younger.
Oh, okay.
Oh, removal of the uterus. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't know, 10, okay? I haven't like researched all this stuff because it's something that I haven't really thought about myself.
I'm not a doctor either, so I don't know.
Too excited for that. But yeah, you can get your tubes tied. Actually, funny story. That's how. Wait, no, I'm not gonna say anything because 10 is in chat. I can't say it.
I was like, wait, where are you going with this?
Never mind. You can swear you feel that. Oh, like Hezru doesn't actually hate sushi. He's just using it as an example.
Oh no, yeah, no, I love sushi.
Maybe someone got mad because I invited her boyfriend, anticipating he would bring her. I just forgot to invite her. Oh wow! So you know someone who got mad because you invited her boyfriend, anticipating that he would bring her, which makes a lot of sense to me actually, and just forgot to invite her personally. But she got mad and started so much drama. Oh no.
Boy.
Yeah, they've been into. Oh, so that's what it's called? Tubal ablation? So there is a burning for vasectomy. I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay.
They bring a
All right.
torch. That's what a friend told me to the surgery. He said, I remember there being smoke. Why would you burn it? Well, I guess if you burn it, it's a surefire way of you not getting pregnant. Or you not impregnating someone else. I'm teasing. 10, cover your ears. Okay, go fix it. It doesn't work like that. I'm back. Are we talking about physical sterilization? Guys can get a scalpel less visit. Oh yeah, I guess we're talking about the different ways people can get it done. It can still happen, but the chances are slim. Is it like 0.00001? Like that small?
Another one's coming up the.
Oh, let me read what some other people wrote. Not the asshole. You did not invite her for being child free. You did not invite her because she repeatedly dumps on the idea of having children despite being asked not to. That is not the kind of person anybody would want to have at a baby shower.
Yeah.
Somebody replied, 100% this. I wouldn't want someone like this at my baby shower either. Her decisions about kids weren't the cause. It was her harsh words about your decision to have kids, not the asshole. All that aside, I do agree. Why would Anna even want to be there? It sounds like she may enjoy the intention more than being child-free. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it like that. It could be more of an attention-seeking thing, maybe?
Like she just wants attention from everyone.
Yeah, because everybody else, I guess, is having kids, and that's like a common thing that they can all talk about, and maybe she feels left out.
Yeah, but I find it interesting that her reaction to that is anger at them, you know?
True.
Because I feel like if I were in the same shoes, I'd be a little sad in feeling left out, but I wouldn't have anger directed at my friends for them living their lives.
That's true. Alan, that's the worst way. Just pull out. Easy. Let me. Some people just remove the parts anyway, either health-wise or other reasons. Oh, what do you mean, like take out the? Oh, yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Probably already know. Maybe. It depends on how good of job your doctor did and how your body is. Some women and men, you can heal your tubes back. Like it just regrows. Really?
Power of biology.
I didn't know that.
I guess I don't know.
Oh, Mama says maybe she can't have kids and she's using it as a defense mechanism. But she hasn't told anybody that she can't.
I mean, yeah, I guess. She's still being a jerk.
Yeah. People get serious FOMO and it gets to them. I have a friend that's like that, actually.
Yeah. I get FOMO, if I'm being honest. I get FOMO a lot, but I don't get mad at people. I just feel sad.
She's being a jerk. Peen too strong. We do heal if we get cut. I didn't know you guys heal if you get cut. Oh.
I learn something new every day.
Yeah. I will read the update. It's a short little paragraph. Update. My friends and I have decided that Anna is not trying to understand me at all. She is currently calling me a lot of names online, like breeder. That is harsh. Like a lot of people suggested. Yeah, breeder.
What the heck?
Like a lot of people suggested, I'm going to end this friendship, and so are the others, because they agreed she has crossed a line too. Thank you for your help. I appreciate it so much. Oh, so not only her, but their friend group in general is cutting her out. Because of her. Yeah.
Okay, so major red flags to me is she's taking this argument online.
I thought about that too.
Yeah. I'm like, that's if a friend was arguing with me and they start posting crap about it online, I think I'm done with that.
Yeah, especially if you make it public, because like it's an issue between like you and that person, right? You don't have to kind of drag the rest of the internet in it.
Yeah.
A men's snip is reversible. Ooh, people heal when they get Cpop. Is that bad? Wait, what's bad, Lindy? I thought that was a joke. Oh, breeder? Kind of. I think it's kind of harsh. Yeah, cut her out.
I've never heard it before. I guess it sounds kind of, yeah.
Go on and go walk out the door. Just turn around now. Because you're not welcome any. Oh, that's from a song.
Oh.
In a bush. Ben says, I'm gonna bash Hezru on Twitter online. Don't you
What?
follow each other though?
What's
Um,
been
I
-5 friendship points?
oh -5 friendship rates. I call people who have kids breeders, but not like mean, but like you're breeding. Then when I then when I'm talking about the duckers, what's a duckers? It's like horse those breeders. Mm,
What? I've actually never heard the term breeders before when talking
I
about
never
people.
either. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbyes? Yeah, we do. Oh no. I've only heard breeder with friend conversations and as a joke, so I didn't know. Oh, I think with in this situation it's a little more what's the word? What's the word where you're purposely trying to be hurtful?
Derogatory?
No, it's
Uh, malicious?
yes, malicious, thank you. I think it's meant to be malicious. Thank you, Hester.
Yeah.
This way is better. You think I'd crumble? 18 kids and counting? Who has 18 kids? Like 18 of their own kids? You think I'd lay down
18 kids.
what just oh, okay. But our context was more like straight couples and same sex couples, so it's a little different. Oh, is it similar to what
Mm.
Spork was saying? Rude, mean, and asshole? Oh, malicious. Hey, Linby said the same thing. You and Linby said the same.
Same brain.
Asshole. The Duggars, yes. Oh, is that one of those reality shows where they have lots of kids? Poopy Pants, that's a TV show,
Oh,
Pixel. Oh. You've never seen 18 and counting? Nope. My friend got
never seen it either.
preggers. You either? I think
No,
it's like
I
one of
haven't.
those TLC shows, maybe. Let me. Oh
Could
God,
be.
same brain as you. Sigh.
I mean, genetically, we got similar brains.
My friend got preggers before her wedding, and I didn't know yet. But as a bridesmaid, I was like, "You better not." When her man was coming back in down from basic training and offered to push her down the stairs as a joke, a week later she was like, "Oh well, yeah, I'm preggers." I was like, "Wait." I was like, "You better not."
What?
Huh? Wait, so the groom jokingly said he would push her down the stairs as a joke? And then what? I don't. I think I'm missing something. One of the elder sons molested their younger siblings. Oh, I heard about this. Oh, it's that show. I
Hmm.
heard about it, but I only read their name and then they said that they were some reality stars or something. Tried to keep the show going and hit
Um,
it. Why would you do that though? Why would you defend your son if he's molesting your daughter?
yeah, what?
That's horrible sport. I have super weird. I joked that I pushed her down the stairs. Oh, you joked. Okay, wee mama. Got it, got it. Then felt like a jerk finding out she actually was. Oh. Well, you didn't know at the time, wee mama. Didn't
Hmm.
know. They're religious, that's why? Uh if they're religious, is it one of those situations where they value the boy more than the girl? I know there are some
Hmm.
yeah, men equal superior, woman yeah, I figured it was one of those stupid situations. It's horrible. Is he in prison? I hope he's in prison. He's in jail, like all religions. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
religions like that. Bleh. Linmi knows. Bleh.
Bleh.
Being a
Bleh.
woman. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the last one I had for you. I don't have any
Okay.
more.
Those were interesting. I was gonna see if I had a question for you, but
Hezru, Lord of the Squirrels.
yes. Oh, I probably should have came prepared with a question for you. It's been a
Oh,
hectic day, so I'm sorry about that.
that's okay. No worries.
Oh, Ben's got a question. I'm looking at your chat now. I'm cheating. I'm looking at your chat. Records.
Hezru, what was your very first impression of Pixel? Oh, I know Ben asked that a lot in sub interviews.
Yeah, okay. My first impression of Pixel was good taste in music.
Ben was there for that stream,
Uh,
actually. I remember.
oh, yeah, okay. I don't think I really knew people yet in the community, so
Mm.
other than Luby, obviously. Uh, so I remember mostly hanging out for the music, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then Listening to you talk, you seem like a really nice and chill person.
Mm.
Mm, yeah, I don't know. You seem like a kind of person who is not frazzled by anything. Am I using that word correctly? Is that even a word?
Kind of. Like I'm a very calm person, if that's what you mean. Because frazzled
Yeah,
is like, yeah,
collected. Is that a?
yeah.
I don't know. Would you say that's accurate, or am I?
Yeah, you're
Or-
right. I'm generally a little bit more like laid back and calm. So a lot of
yeah,
people think I don't stress out about a lot of stuff. I do, but is I think I
yeah.
just kind of keep it in for a little bit, or like it doesn't bother me as
Okay,
much. And then maybe later on it'll pop up randomly. Not all the time, but like once in a while. Yeah.
okay.
Frazzled is
I
a word.
mean, yeah,
Sorry.
good. I'm not making up stuff. Good.
Mm,
No, you just seem to be a very positive person. So I'm sure
mm,
you have stress too, because nobody lives a stress-free life. But
mm.
uh, at least on stream, you give a very positive, calm feeling. So
No, I'm
that
like
was
that
my
in
impression.
person too. I think I've been trying to look
Mm.
at things more realistically, only because I think in the past people said I'm too positive. So I tried to tone it down a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty solid
I'm
kids,
I'm
but
a big I'm big on like balance in terms of
mm,
just life in general. So
I can see
I can
that.
see that. Yeah.
Mm. Work life balance.